the intro. Stop the intro. We need to get right into this video. I need to preface this. I need to preface this video by saying, A, I know that I look crazy. Y'all were not supposed to see me today. 2, I don't know what I'm about to say, but no, I love this sport. This is nothing against any of the bots. This is nothing against any of the drivers, any of the builders, any of the people behind Battlebots. Seriously, this episode was, I am not kidding, one of the craziest episodes we've ever gotten in Battlebots, in my opinion. Oh, I was wrong about almost every fight. Almost every fight I was wrong about. Look at this bracket. Look at the amount of red that's on this bracket. Also, I don't know why I thought this week was going to be the last episode and we were going to find out who won the nut. It literally says April 7th. Anyways, this episode was the episode of upsets. Like, this, oh my god, this is crazy. Let me just talk about what we're here to talk about. We need justice for Whiplash. Whiplash should not have lost that fight. I was so angry. We had to pause the episode. Here's the thing. I picked Whiplash to win this year. I almost like can't accept that Whiplash lost that fight. We didn't see the whole fight, right? I get that. I also get that the decision that they made was for the safety of like whoever needed to unstick Whiplash and Cobalt. The upper deck is an abomination to the sport. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because no one else will. I hate the upper deck. The upper deck is a bunch of bull. It's stupid. They got rid of out of the arena knockouts because they wanted 3-minute like all-out brawls. I get that. And like there's a lot of wiring and cables that, you know, they have to put around the battle box, and they don't want to have to replace those every time. Yes, I understand. But then you make an upper deck that also like stops fights midway because people get stuck on the upper deck and people get stuck on the side of the upper deck and people get stuck in the corners of the upper deck that the upper deck makes in the battle box. I don't know. The math is really not mathing for me. Like, you let me know if the math maths for you, but me, and I'm gonna say right now, I'm not a maths girl, it's not adding up to me. Here's what I think should have happened. Cobalt should have been KO'd because they could not power their weapon down. There is an argument to be made that Cobalt couldn't power down their weapon because of damage that they took in the fight. And so they should have been penalized for not being able to shut their bot down properly. And being the reason why the fight had to stop. Whiplash was stuck in... Hey, 7! No. What was I saying? No, this is serious. Whiplash was able to power down his bot the way that you are supposed to when something like this happens so that he could get unstuck in the like wall of the upper deck. And it's tough too because I understand that from the way that they edited it, it looked like Cobalt was like, you know, probably maybe gonna win or something. I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, Cobalt should have been penalized for not being able to power down the weapon. And they should have lost that fight. Seven's still playing in the tube, I'm sorry. That's what I think. I just think that was BS. And it like breaks my heart for Maddie, because you could see on his face, he's like, what in the like, what in the is going on? And he's better than me, because I would have gone and took somebody's microphone. Whiplash really had a really good chance of getting the nut this year. And because my cat just ate shit. He really had a chance to win the nut this year. And because of a decision, he is now out of the tournament. And wow, that is seriously, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. Cobalt should have been KO'd for not being able, for his bomb not functioning correctly. And didn't this happen to Captain Shred when he was spinning indefinitely and then he lost the fight? Again, I'm not a maths girl, but the math is not adding up for me. For me. And this is my channel, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. And again, it's nothing against Cobalt. Cobalt seriously had a really great season, and you know what? I'm happy for them that they are moving on to the round of 8. That's incredible for them. Matt Maxim is a seriously OG of the sport and a really great driver, and his fights are always amazing. You know, congrats to them. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Every single one of those fights was wild, but the wildest fight was the one that they left for the end. Minotaur f***ing did it, dude. Minotaur f***ing went there and they f***ing did it. My boyfriend and I were standing up, we were yelling, we were screaming, we were throwing up, we were peeing ourselves. That was an insane fight. Endgame has not broken a sweat this season up until that fight. That was the hardest that Endgame had to work the entire season. Minotaur was a fucking monster out there. Daniel Freitas has to be one of the most insane people that has ever lived. The way that Minotaur beat the absolute shit out of Endgame at the end of that fight had me actually about to open my balcony door and jump off the fucking balcony. I was so hyped up. I thought Sawblaze was gonna be the one to beat Endgame, not Minotaur. Minotaur had such a slow start to the season. Wowee, bitch, that was crazy. I thought that Endgame was the next Bite Force. Seriously, I honestly didn't pick Endgame to win the Giant Nut this year. Mostly because I love Whiplash so much and I really felt that they had a chance and I wanted to bet against the number 1 seed. I fully prepared next season for the championship to be Endgame v Bite Force. I thought we had Bite Force 2.0 on our hands and they were just gonna blow through this entire season and win the nut again. But wow, that fight was insane. I cannot wait for Minotaur versus Witch Doctor. That's gonna be crazy. Ooh, the Tantrum v Rotator fight was also insane. I really can't think of the last time that we saw Rotator get absolutely shredded like that. Rotator is I mean, what's his name? Victor Soto is a great driver. If he's not an S tier driver, he's probably like an A tier driver. Rotator is one of the most durable bots too, and to see Tantrum just wail on Rotator like that and then eventually get them out of the box, that was crazy. Ooh, we're getting Blip versus Hydra. Like I said, thank you, Blip versus Hydra, Blip versus Hydra. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be a great fight. I think that's all I have to say. I don't know what this video is going to edit down to, but those are my initial reactions to the episode. this week. Minotaur is back. I'm gonna do an updated bracket, obviously, for the last fight, and I don't know, Minotaur. I might pick Minotaur to win the nut. I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit with it a little bit. After I get over the initial heartbreak of that Whiplash versus Cobalt fight, how come every season, one of my favorite bots gets absolutely shafted? And every season I have to, this is clipping. Every season I have to make the decision of whether or not I'm gonna keep watching this freaking show. First it was Duck. I honestly, for a second, I was like, I'm not fucking watching this show anymore. And this was one of those moments. I was very close to turning this episode off, but I didn't. Because I love Battlebots. Please let me know what your thoughts are. I have to get on Reddit and see what the girls are saying, because the girls are gonna be fighting.
What is the tea? The girls are fighting! No!
Wow. Okay, I'm just rambling. Thank you for watching. Peace.